to it. We're all present accounted for, but for Bill Gray. Bill is not feeling well and will join us next month. Correspondence, I have some correspondence, Fran, for you, one of which includes Mr. Greeley's response to the his analysis of the Star Warehouse expansion stuff. So I'll give that to you. Some comments from the engineer, written public correspondence. I will say that the public set a record on correspondence, but we'll talk about that another time. Very positive. And with that, I'll move to discussion. We had one item on the discussion part of the agenda, and that item was to discuss possibly setting a date for DEIS comments. We are not going to do that, nor are we going to discuss treetops tonight. We're just leaving in advance. And Dominic, do you have any comments on that?
Yeah, so at this point, we need to hear from the applicant as to their availability and their desire to move forward with the project.
Okay, fine. So at this point, we'll leave that and then any discussions on
Yes.
the project.
I will say, in regards to Star expansion, originally they were on the agenda, but then they were taken off. The board may recall that back in October, you conditionally accepted the final environmental impact statement for that project, and the applicant has been working since that time to make the final changes and prepare it for circulation. Mr. Dahlgren is actually here, so I believe that he wants to briefly address the board.
Okay, with that, sure. Board, you okay with that?
Sure.
Okay, you're on.
Good evening. Just wanted to summarize where we're at in the process, and so we were conditionally approved back in November when we appeared before the board for the acceptance of the FEIS for circulation. And so we worked on a site distance plan and addressing Phil Greeley's comments about the entrance. Phil had some comments also from the DOT, and we responded to those. So we sent packages to Bill Greeley and the board, and the DOT also was copied. So I just want to say that I understand Phil Greeley's response that he's accepted the information we provided, and so we're ready to circulate the DEI. So we're going to do that shortly.
Okay, terrific. Thank you very much for your comments. Dominic, is there any action we need to take?
Yeah, the board already previously took the action, which was to adopt that FEIS conditionally on these changes that are being made. And once that document is circulated, then Kristen will prepare a proposed finding statement for that project for the board's review. And that'll be timed with whenever that circulation actually.
Perfect. Thank you, Dominic. Everybody in receipt of the minutes? Any questions?
We approve the minutes.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good job again, Fran. Resolutions, we have none, am I correct?
No, sir.
Okay, with that, we have a public hearing scheduled. It is 7:03, and the public hearing is on the lot line change, Broadhead-Moses Page. And you can take a couple minutes, and then we'll ask the public comments, please.
So I'm Jonathan Mill, representing Marlene Moses, Moses, that is. These are the returns from the, I don't know who gets those. There's also the notice from the well that the well had been abandoned and correctly processed.
Thank you. I'll do that.
So I don't have anything further to add.
Okay, there's no cause, then we'll go directly to the public's input. If so be it. You want to turn that map around so that the public can see it, perhaps? Are there members of the general public wishing to make comments on this?
No.
Nice plan, but it doesn't look like anybody's here to say anything. Oh, we do have a public.
Oh, no, I'm Broadhead-Moses.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were waving to me.
We'd like it to be addressed as soon as possible.
Okay, so there are, I opened the hearing at 7:03, and I will just make one last call to the general public to see if there's anybody out there who wants to comment. Nobody wishing to comment. With that, I'll ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
in favor? Unanimous. We are now closed. Okay, with that, Dominic, is there any action we need to take?
Yes, at this point, I believe Kristen has prepared a negative declaration for this project, and so if the board is satisfied, you could adopt that negative declaration.
Okay, the board, any comments? Okay, Kristen, you wanted, you have any comment on it?
No, this is an unlisted action under seeker, and we basically just a standard negative declaration went through the items that we previously discussed from my memos and from the EAF that the applicant provided.
Okay, very good. Sean, no comment?
Just one comment, just for the approval resolution, that the driveway easement needs to be amended and should be a condition of the approval.
Okay, with that, could we add that as a condition of any discussion for approval? For the,
Yes, it would be the only condition other than the standard conditions which require payment of fees, submission of Mylars. It's a very straightforward application as far as that's concerned. And if the board is comfortable, you could authorize that the resolution be prepared and further authorize the chairman to sign it. In that way, they would not have to wait until next month's meeting in order to come back.
okay, but first we have to pass the neg deck, am I correct?
Correct.
Okay, I'll ask for a motion to pass for a neg deck.
Motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Okay, with that, I'll ask for authorization. If you guys trust me enough to sign it between now and then, in the event we approve.
Move to authorize the chairman.
The approval
Okay.
resolution.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
There you go.
Thank you very much, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, take care.
Thank you. Okay, with that, we have the Perry lot line changes, as I'll remind the board our last.
My name is Charles May. I'm here to present the Perry lot line change. We do have comments from the town engineer. We do have comments from the town planner, which we will address. In all due respect, Mr. Chairman, we'd like to establish a date for a public hearing for this particular project.
Okay. We may just do that.
Thank you so much.
Comments? Kristen?
Sure, so this project, the town, we've gone over this before, the town does not have a procedure for a lot line change or adjustment. So it is considered a two-lot subdivision, even though there are currently 2 tax parcels and there will remain 2 tax parcels. But this is for the construction of 1 additional home. The plans have been changed, and I'm sure that this is still under consideration, but the plans now say that it could be a 1 or 2 family home. The bulk table that's provided is based on a 2-family, so obviously the more conservative set of bulk requirements. No variances appear to be required. Single family are permitted by use group B, 2-family are permitted by use group C in the bulk table. The net lot area has been calculated as required under the code. There's an existing garage that's gonna be demolished, and that, if you look at the plans, you can see that that existing garage is in front of where the proposed home will be, so that's why they're not just utilizing that existing garage, they're demolishing that and constructing a new garage. The application also enlisted under seeker, the applicant did provide a short EAF, which we found acceptable. The EAF does identify that there are wetlands adjacent to the property. That is on the opposite side of Main Street, so I don't think that those would be an issue. They're not located on the tax parcels to be subdivided. And we did send out the GML for this application in October, and I don't think we've got anything back, which was strange. But we did. Then I also just sent the DPW referral this last week because now the applicant is showing disturbance within the county right of way for utility installation. And that's it.
Thank you. John?
Sure, I should say, I had a few technical comments on the plans. As Kristen noted, the utility connections are now shown, both water and sewer within the county right of way. So we will need comment and approval from county DPW on those installations. Really, the bulk of my comments, as I noted, were technical, and then we will need acceptance from the town's highway superintendent on the new driveway that's now shown coming off of Curie Road. Really nothing further to add of substance.
And Sean, you don't think there's any reason not to have a public hearing?
I do not. Like I said, most of my comments were technical.
Good enough. Thanks, Sean. Okay, Steve,
No comments.
Mary Beth?
No comments.
I only have one question, and that's, there is an existing easement across Partington?
The adjoining lot, right, for access.
Okay, so there is an existing easement.
Yeah.
Okay. It might be worthwhile to note that on the plans. That's all.
Yeah, I believe that was one of my comments, but yeah, we'll make sure that that is added.
Okay, good, just because sometimes 20 years from now, some owner's asking about it, and did the document ever exist, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Thanks.
It's all good. Is there anything precluding us from scheduling a public hearing, Tom?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll ask for a motion to schedule a public hearing for next month's meeting,
So moved.
which would be April 1st. April Fool's Day. Okay, motion and a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public hearing, April 1st. See you then.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Chairman, if I may,
Yes.
I would suggest that given the simplicity of this particular application, the board may want to ask its consultants to prepare a proposed NAEC deck as well as a draft approval resolution for
And one of those ones the chairman signs in a clandestine fashion.
Well, or to be prepared in advance, but.
Okay, I'll ask for a motion for that. Wait, if everyone's in agreement, I don't see any reason why not. Take a motion,
So moved.
second.
Second.
That's for the preparation of the deck, and I'll ask for a motion to, in anticipation of limited negative responses, the authority to sign as thereabouts or near that date, I would gather, right, Dominic? You,
Yes.
Move we authorize the chairman to sign.
second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. With that, does anyone have any comments, any questions, any issues? Nothing.
Move that we adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye, very good. Good job, board, thank you.
Back in time to fuck you up.
Thank-
Back in time to fuck you up.
Thank you.